G'day everyone and welcome back to NS2HD. In this video I'm going to be able to barely contain my excitement. I'll do my best, but we'll see how we go. This video is 20 minutes of basically the entire pre-release Build 155 beta playtest that Unknown Worlds did on November 18th, just before they released the beta, which many of you are playing right now. So in this game are pretty much all the NS2 developers. There's Mark, Charlie, Corey's in here, Max is in here. They're all in here playing, and the proof of that is I'm about to get into a fight with Flarer right here, and we'll see who wins, but obviously I have the benefit of my laggy Australian ping to help me out here. And this is incredibly exciting because this game just was so good, it was so smooth, so many good gameplay things happened, there's so many things I want to show you. So I've had to split this video into two parts. They're both 10 minutes long. So it's going to be a long trip, but it's worth it because I'm basically going to just talk you through everything that happened in this game, because if I try to pick out any particularly good individual things, I'll just miss so much good stuff. So I'll just start as we are right here. You can see just then I rushed Marine spawn, killed a Marine, and then retreated. And right now I'm helping a Gorge set up a forward defensive position with Crags, because the Gorge is dropping Hydras, and you can see that on the bottom left minimap. Right here, there's Hydras, there's 3 Hydras and a Crag and a Skulk running through right now, and we're establishing that position just forward towards the Marine base of the second Hive expansion, which is in West Access. And you can see I've just dropped that Hive right there, and we're trying to take that Hive so we can get second tier technology and map control, and we've got our little forward position established. And we're starting to take out power nodes, and the game is just beginning to progress. And there's about 8 people playing. I think might get up to 9 or 10 at some points. This is not a LAN game. This is an internet game. I mean, the proof is that I'm on the other side of the Pacific Ocean to the San Francisco office. So I'm not lying to you. It's an internet game. There are multiple UWE employees who do not work in the San Francisco office who are all over the world, including in the UK. So this is a truly global server that we're playing on. And basically what Unknown Worlds is trying to do is just check that the beta is working before they pump it out to you guys in the form of Build 155, which of course many of you are playing right now. It got released on Steam incredibly quickly. Valve time didn't happen, it was released really fast. So this is really what you can do right now in the beta. There's nothing about this game that is special, it's just the developers are in it instead of us regular players. Now what I'm doing right here is just trying to pressure forward as a Skulk. I'm trying to stop these sentry guns setting up outside our forward position, because what the Marines are trying to do is establish their own defences ahead of our defences in their own main base. The Marines are pushing down the right side of the map, and I don't cover much of the right side of the map in this video. Most of my play was focused on the left side. My teammates handle the right most of the time. But the Marines are pushing down the right, we've pushed down the left. The Marines are establishing sentry guns outside their front door to stop our push down the left side. And you can see all that push is all the little green squares, and there's a Gorge there right now dropping Hydras, and I'm trying to assist him by dropping Crags. And I saw this Gorge being attacked here, and I noticed he was too far back from the Crag for him to be able to help, so I popped a Drifter out of our expansion Hive and pushed that Drifter forward into our little corridor forward position here through the vents and dropped a Crag right behind that Gorge. You can see that there, and this is a tactic that I looked at in my Crag video. Push the Hydras with the Crags, work together with the Gorges to establish forward positions. You can see the Marine is trying to push forward and take out the Hydra, but now he's got no chance because not only is there a Gorge healing it, there's also a Crag healing it, and they're just not going to be able to push through that position without more firepower to back them up. So we've got our forward expansion Hive pretty well secured there. You can see that Marine's pushing forward, and I think that Gorge just went AFK for just a moment and he was taken out, so I was really sad about that. And I decided that the best way I could help that position was if I took pressure off it. And at the last moment I realized I could actually Umbra, but it was a bit too late for that. I couldn't Umbra. But about a minute later a Skulk ran in, and I've just skipped forward to that, and I've deployed the Umbra just as the Skulk has come in, and we lost crucially that forward Hydra, and that is really crucial. You'll see why in future in the game, but the Skulk managed to take out the Marines under the cover of the Umbra, and now Now you can see there's another skulk taking out a power node in the middle of the map, and that's also crucial for later gameplay. We're cutting the lights to the middle of the map where there is the third achievable tech point, which the Marine and Alien teams are going to fight over, because the Marines are moving down the right side of the map. They're taking tech points down there. The Marines are now really pushing into this position. I'm popping Umbras, but there's not really anyone there to defend it, so I thought the best way I can take the pressure off that is while those 3 Marines are attacking there, I'll attack the base, and I know there's another 2 Marines on the map somewhere, so hopefully I can catch them in their base and take the pressure off. You can see we've taken down the power node in that room. That was the third tech point that we want to take, and now I'm moving in from the left side. There's no turret defenses here because they've pushed down the left side. And I'm just going to harass the Marine base to try and stop them pushing forward into our forward position. And I managed to catch 2 Marines here off guard, and they were fighting out the front door, and I've caught them from behind. And I'm sneaking around in their base trying to take them out. Unfortunately, now they know I'm here. I've lost the element of surprise, so they're pinning me down, but I do manage to use the little mini leap to take one out, and I get Breadman from behind up here and managed to take him out with the little leap as well. You'll notice the little leap is now in. It's called the mini leap. It just gives the Skulk a little bit of extra mobility early game, just so you don't have to always be running around on foot. It helps you get on the walls and get on the roof and get around the map a little faster than a Marine can. To get full leap, you still have to research it, and I believe that will be at the whip when the whip is released in future. So here we're trying to take out res nodes and power nodes, and if you take out power nodes, they can't build buildings in rooms, and if you take out res nodes, they can't get resources. But that failed pretty quickly. The Marines were right in their base there, and they took us out pretty quick. They spawned straight in and did it. This is our... I'm jumping into a different hive now to command. Originally I was in our alien spawn hive. Now I'm in the alien expansion hive here. And I'm moving drifters out to support. There's a Skulk there using the Crag to heal as he pushes forward to the Marine base to harass. And now I've noticed that this tech point is free and we've taken out the lights. So it's a pretty safe area. I should be able to push a drifter in. The Marines can't build buildings in there. So I'm pushing forward. Right now there are 8 players engaged. There's 1 spectator and 3 aliens, 4 Marines happening. We're now 7 minutes into the game. There are no huge lags happening. The game is stable. It's just running really well. And I've dropped a hive right there. And almost immediately, though, the Marine team has seen what I'm doing. There's a Mac in there. So the commander's popped a Mac in there. And there's also a Marine. And he started to go to work on my hive. So I've put a drifter in there to build a Crag, but I realise I'm going to lose this hive. The team is occupied elsewhere. So I'm going to try and get in there and defend this newly hatching hive, because we want to take the middle of the map. That'll give us 3 hives to the enemy's 2 tech points. So the Macs are already trying to build sentries, but crucially, as I take out this Marine, the sentries aren't active because we took out the power node earlier. So I'm able to take out the Mac just as another Mac repairs the power node, but it's too late. I'm behind the sentry gun, it can't turn around. So I can chomp that sentry gun down and we can secure this position. So that was really, really crucial timing that I was able to get in before the sentry gun was active. And the first thing I do while my teammate takes down the power node again is get in here and drop a Crag so we can secure this area, get some healing going as we fight the Marines. And that power node's going to go down pretty quickly, which will mean they can't build sentry guns forward in our hive, in our third hive anymore. So now the map is really starting to look good for the aliens. There's a lot of green everywhere. We haven't secured the right side very well, but we do have some Crags in the hive to help us defend. The fight is really shaping up to be occurring around this center hive here, where we've set up in the third crucial tech point. We can access 3rd level armor upgrades from the Crags. And the Marines have realized this. Now notice that this room is red, our expansion hive is red. The map is starting to be delineated by areas without power nodes and areas with. So alien territory includes power nodes that are dead and that are red. Marine territory includes live power nodes. And you can see down the end of that corridor, the power node is still active, and they're putting sentry guns there to put pressure on this third hive to try and bring it down. So I decide I'll go lurk, because the lurk can gas. So I'm going to gas with spores that area. Now, unfortunately I believe this is Breadman again. He took out the wrong egg. I was in another egg, and so I managed to pop as a lurk, and now I'm just gassing everywhere, and there's not a chance that these Macs are going to be able to build. I take them out, and I realise now the tactic that I think Flarer is using as the commander is to try and get the power node up after building sentry guns, but I'm not going to allow it. And you're going to have to tune in for part 2 to see the rest of this match. because YouTube's running me out of time. I'm almost at the 10-minute reel limit. I want to split it evenly, so the 15-minute limit is going to turn into 2 10-minute matchups. Here I'm using the snipe to take out Breadman. It works really well. I love this snipe. It's pinning him to the wall. And tune in for part 2, which will be released in a few hours, to show you what happens to this middle hive and what happens in this match. Thanks for watching, everyone.